Hello Harrison Primary School, welcome to another Science Snacks activity. This time we're going to be looking at milk and we're going to be making our milk go crazy. For this you're going to need some milk, either whole milk or semi-skimmed milk. It doesn't matter whether it's fresh or UHT. The other thing you're going to be needing is food colourings. Now, the best kind are the ones made from chemicals, they're artificial colours. But most of the supermarkets nowadays sell these ones made from plant extracts. They're more natural, and these are the ones I'm going to be using today. However, they don't always work quite as well. You might have to experiment a bit to find out which ones work best for you. And there's a few other things that you'll need too. The first thing you're going to want to do is to cover your work surface with something washable and probably have some towels handy as well, because with food colourings this can get rather messy. And I'm going to start off by pouring a little bit of milk into the small plate that I've got here. Don't need lots of it, maybe about ½ centimetre, just needs to cover the plate. And any dish will do as long as it's flat and has got sides that can hold milk in. Next, I'm going to add the food colouring, just a couple of tiny drops. If you don't happen to have any food colouring, then I'm going to show you later on in the video something else you could use instead. But for now, I'm going to use the colourings I've got here. I've got green, red and blue. I'm going to add the green first, and because this can be so messy, I'm going to add a little bit of it to a small spoon first of all, like that. I'm going to use a spoon to put a couple of drops around the surface of the milk. And when I've finished, I'm putting the spoon back on this spare plate here because I might want to do another one later. And we're going to carry on and do the same thing with the other two colours.
Put a little bit of washing up liquid onto the end of a paintbrush and touch it onto the surface of the milk. What do you think will happen? As soon as the washing up liquid touches the milk, the colours swirl around. The milk's going crazy! Several things are happening here. First of all, the washing up liquid or detergent makes the surface of the water stretchier, like when you blow bubbles. It's called reducing the surface tension. Also, one end of the detergent molecule mixes with the droplets of fat in the milk. The other end dissolves in water and it pulls the fat droplets apart. It also affects the protein in the milk too. So, with all these forces and pushes and pulls going on, the colours are moved around.
If you don't have any food colourings at hand, then what you might be able to use is some ready mixed poster paint like this. It doesn't work quite the same way, but it has quite an interesting effect all the same. So give it a good shake up first. It's too thick to use like this, so you'll need to dilute it a little bit, perhaps in a small cup or a bottle lid or something like that. So put a little bit in, really tiny bit, that's all you need, and about the same amount of water, just a teensy little bit of water there, and give it a really good mix up with the spoon. You have to have it really, really well mixed in. And it settles down a bit, so each time you come to use it, you might need to stir it in a bit more. And you fill your plate up with milk the same way as you did before. And just add from the spoon a couple of drops of paint. It will spread around a bit more this time, because it's probably got a little bit of detergent already in it. So carry on adding the different colours. And here's an idea. If you like that swirly pattern, then take a small piece of paper and holding it carefully in a pair of tweezers, just lay the piece of paper down on the surface of the milk, just for a couple of seconds, and then peel it back off again and put it on a piece of kitchen towel paper to dry. And you have marbled paper. Here's something else you might like to try. For this, I'm using a slightly bigger plate with milk and food colouring in. And I've got a bit of plastic, like a lid from a margarine tub or something like that. And with a pair of scissors, I'm going to cut a little arrow shape in the margarine tub. Just like that, with a tiny little arrow inside it. I'll show you in the next picture. Look what happens when I put a small amount of washing up liquid on the back of the arrows. Whoa! This is what washing with soap does to the germs on your skin. Keep washing your hands.